And hello, bonsoir, bonjour. It's ChriSOULa Sirigou, the Golden Muse, on another episode with a fabulous guest. I would love you to connect with Connie-Lee Bennett. Hello, Connie. Welcome.
Hi, bonjour, ça va? I like how you introduced me in French. I'm coming to you live from France, actually, in Paris. It's my honor to be here on today's show, ChriSOULa. Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thank you for being a part in something bigger than me, bigger than you, bigger than us. And the reason why I'm having this conversation, what I love to call soulful musings, is that Connie is one of the contributors co-authoring in the Book of Soulful Musings. And the book is out. And here it is.
Yeah.
Et voilà.
Yeah. Et voilà, c'est ici aussi.
So there you are. The book has traveled to a few places already. Now it is our ambassador in La Belle France is Connie-Lee Bennett, and we've got people actually ambassadors in Sweden, and Anna Namel. And also in Denmark, Gitte Winter, and we've got Constance Schrapp in Netherlands, and Moira Bush in Canada, and so on and so forth. A number of people across the UK. So I'm super excited. I'm going to have this wonderful exchange of soulful musings with Connie-Lee. And the book is divided into 5 sections, and the section that is very much in alignment with what Connie is all about, coming from her heart, connecting with her spirit, is the spirit section in the book. And that actually, Connie, to be honest with you, it took me quite a bit of time to write up, because every chapter and every section is introduced by my own reflections and my own sort of insights and understandings and challenges, if you like. And that took me a bit longer, because I like the book to reach as many of you as possible. And there's a little bit of a question around what spirit is and what spirituality is. There's still a bit of people, not knowing how to go about it. So I just wanted to make it, to simplify, not to make it simple, just to simplify what spirit means to me, and how connecting with our spirit, with our soul, we can actually be more in alignment with who we are and what we are bringing into the world. Yeah. And Connie, you are one of these wonderful feminine leaders out there, because you are connecting with your soul purpose. And I know I've known you for a few years now, but now I can see you expanding and flourishing, because I guess the secret to your success must be that you are linked and you are working and you are in alignment with your heart and your soul. Yes?
Yeah. That is the secret.
That is the secret. But I guess the secret out, that the question is actually what it takes to get to that stage of, trusting that inner voice. Yes? So in the book, you are sharing some of the keys, in a way, how what you do, how you connect with your heart and your soul. So are they still very much valid? Are you still agreeing with, because that interview took time, it was not even this year, it was like probably a year or 2 ago.
2 years ago, I think it was.
So are they still valid? Are you still saying that, yes, these are true?
even more so now. And I never realized how much this book would impact my life when I first agreed to being a part of it. And I just want to, I want to honor you, and I want to honor all the ladies that are a part of this group, because for me, when we really feel fulfilled, it's when we're constantly growing and we're constantly contributing. And how I'm still the same person that wrote this chapter 2 years ago, but I'm a little bit different in that what's happened is that I've grown deeper into my soul. In the chapter, I talk very interestingly about how we're a spiritual being having a human experience. And what that experience is about for me is the analogy of the onion.
Yes.
You know, when we're born as our soul. You know, the musings, all of that divine connection with who we truly are. No matter how we talk about spirit, you were saying, well, what is spirit to some people? You know, they're just terms. But for me, our soul is a vibration, is an energy.
Mm-hmm.
And for me, that's the energy of freedom,
Yes.
the full expression of who I am. So we're born with this beautiful spark, and then we begin to put the layers on.
Mm-hmm.
And I think if I were to compare myself between now and then, I've opened my heart. That was, I think, the first words I said in the chapter was, it's important to open your heart. And I began to open my heart to delve deeper, to look at letting go of all the things that were keeping me stuck in the corner of the room. And the beautiful thing about this book, those of you who are listening, is it really is it's inspiring conversations by lots of different people about how to live life. And for me, living is the everyday moments of connecting with who you are. So what I began to do is I began to look at what's keeping me in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
And what was keeping me in the corner was comparison.
Right.
The constant comparison of other people around me. And I know that you're listening really resonates. And I think it's part of our human experience that we need to learn to love.
Mm-hmm.
Is we're always thinking, you know, people are better than us. I'm not good enough. I share in the book about how we have two source beliefs. I am good enough, which is when you're connected to your soul, or I'm not good enough, when you're connected with your mind, with that one part of the complex being that you are.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So when we begin to remove all those layers of comparison, of lack of worth, we get more and more grounded to who we are.
Yep.
And it's about growing. It's about daily growing. And then contributing. And ChriSOULa, this is what you've done. By all of these ladies being together, we know that when...
So let me just say, and gentlemen. And gentlemen.
And gentlemen. And gentlemen, yes. Of course, it's my, I work so much with women, I don't even realize that I'm saying it. The ladies, no, all of us. By when two or more people are gathered together, the energy magnifies.
Mm-hmm.
And the intention of this book is for everyone who reads it to grow more into their truth. Yes. To feel more fulfilled for who they are, so that they can inspire more people to do the same. It's the ripple effect. You know, you threw a stone in the ocean and you created that ripple, which is really beautiful. I had no idea the amazing ripple that this would have in my life, but we don't. We don't know. As long as we open our hearts and we say yes, that's when things start to open up for us. So that's really been my journey over the last 2 years since we had our very first interview, is I've grown deeper into who I am and become more clear about what my vision is. And it's gone from a vision that's outside, like a vision of, I want to do this, I want to do that, to more of an internal vision of really connecting more and inspiring more. Mm-hmm. And then creating that structure of consistency to support me. Yes. In order to get that done. Yes. So that's kind of been how I've grown over the last 2 years. And it's interesting. I think we're all, as a consciousness, I think I said that in the book as well, but I never realized how much as a society, as a consciousness, we're shifting.
And it can happen really fast, actually. I had another interview with another lady earlier. And she actually published a book this year too. So in a way, we crowdfunded our book. So in a way, we had our journeys, like we're very much, we were connected in many different ways. And last time I saw her was 2 years ago, and I said, oh, my goodness, wow. We all have grown so much in the last 2 years. It was like the acceleration has been incredible, because we have done all the work and we carry on doing the work in the most positive
every day.
Every day. and that's the consistency also you're talking about, Connie, because it's not about like you say, well, one day I decide to do one thing, and then next day you say, well, it's okay, I'll do it another time, doesn't matter. It's actually how you are dedicating that space, that energy, that time to yourself, to your precious self. And then even if it's done 10 minutes, if it's just, at the start of your day, or when you're actually completing the day with another 10 minutes, whatever, gratitude, or reading the book.
Yeah, absolutely. Highly recommend. One chapter a day.
Yeah. And in the book, you're going to connect with inspirational quotes. You can connect with poems. You can connect with beautiful photography and color. And the book is actually designed, and it's all based in the healing properties of color, because I'm a color therapist, so color psychology. So I just couldn't have the book in black and white. So it took me longer to get to where I wanted, and then I really the quality I wanted in the book. But it's all worth it. It's all, when it comes from the heart. When it comes from the heart, things are falling into place in the end.
Yeah, we're really beginning to see that shift, aren't we, ChriSOULa, in people at the moment. Is we're speeding up, but we're also seeing the opposite. So what we're finding in business, what we're finding in our lives, is that you really begin to notice the people who are heart-based entrepreneurs, soul-based entrepreneurs, people who are still stuck in kind of like in the mind. There's a lot of that. There's a shift, and that's what's just happened in Paris. Actually, is those of you who watch the news, we had a lot of riots and protests, and I think the reason for that was because as we're shifting in our consciousness to our daily exercise, there's also the opposite that's now being shown.
Yes.
And it's like you say, ChriSOULa, we need to build that muscle of connection. It's not going to take like 1 minute every day. It's taken me 55 years. Well, I'm 58 now, but I think I started shifting 35, round about there. It took me 35 years to build belief systems. Now I need to reverse them. So it takes time. So I'm glad you mentioned that we need to have that morning routine that is valuable to us, important, so we can stay connected. Otherwise, we're going to get caught up in that whirlwind of comparison again.
Yes.
Which I think is the biggest thing for me has been that. Yes.
And I guess when it comes to comparing yourself with others, what's happening again, I'm reiterating what Connie also mentioned, but I'm bringing it from a different angle. It's actually connecting with what I call with your gold. With the gold. The gold is the color of wisdom. Is the vibration of gold is bringing you back into your core power, which is your wisdom, everything that you are. And when you're actually step by step, you're learning to accept and appreciate who you are, you're not particularly bothered whether people have done A or B or C, or you have done it in a different way, or why they did it and they've done X, Y, Z likes on their Facebook, or you know what I mean? It could be different things.
Oh my gosh,
it could
so
be
much
things.
Comparison out there.
You're very much connecting with who you are, and you know that things will come when you're ready, and when things will come in good time as well. So it's also, when you're connecting with your goal, you're connecting with your heart, because chakra wise, when we're talking about chakra, where your solar plexus is healthy, then actually your heart can actually be healthy too, and confident. And then you become more assertive, you become more grounded, you become more saying yes to different opportunities, and say yes to becoming more visible. And possibly a few years ago, I wouldn't be here holding this space here and interviewing people. Probably, if you asked me 20 years ago, when I was at the start of my career 25 years ago, I wouldn't ever dream of that I would be actually, being a broadcaster, or, like yourself, Connie, you're involved with radio as well. So, but it's more what we do every day to connect with our inner growth and our inner gold. That's how I see it. Actually, that's why I call myself the Golden Muse, because I love to activate your inner gold and claim it.
Yeah.
Because you may acknowledge it, you may say, yes, I'm good at this, yes, I can do this, but sometimes you're still hesitating. You're still, you don't allow that to bring that beautiful golden light of yours out there. So there you are. So that's what that's what we're doing through our own coaching. And Connie, you're the founder of you're the facilitator, or how do you call yourself, of the Global Women France now? Yes, started off.
Yes, so I'm the national director of Global Women Club France, but I also have my own company. I'm the CEO of Meraki CLB Group, and as well as the radio show host and TV show host and author and those things. But the golden thread, like you say, is impacting and inspiring people to be free, to be connected to who they are.
Yeah. So, and then talking about Meraki, by the way, Meraki is a Greek word, and that's
and that's how we connected. That's how
the other connection. The other connection we had when I found out about Connie-Lee, and I said her business called Meraki. I said, oh my goodness, I wonder whether she knows what Meraki is, and she did.
Yeah, I did know. It's about doing something from the soul.
Yeah, well,
being that inside out expression, doing your actions, thinking, being from the soul.
Yeah,
that's my interpretation of it.
in the book, actually, I have used that in the community section, because the book has got 5 sections: body, mind, heart, spirit, and community. Because both myself and Connie-Lee, we believe in community. That's why we are very passionate about working with other people. So on page 137, I do say what Meraki is. Whatever you set to create in life, let it be in the spirit of Meraki, a Greek word that describes doing something with soul, creativity, or love. So I just had to put that there, Connie.
Yeah.
There you are.
No, you're welcome to, because at the heart of every single one of us is that Meraki, is that gold, is that spark that is the same, is that divine connection that connects every single one of us.
Yes.
It's connection, not comparison. It's collaboration, not competition. And this is what you've created, is a community where people build one another up, where people inspire one another, where you feel like you belong.
Yeah.
And you feel connected with your truth and that inner peace. It's really beautiful. Highly recommend anyone who's listening to go out and buy this book. So it's transformational.
And you can buy the book at the moment via, for example, if you are a Parisian and living in Paris, you can you can connect with Connie directly, and you can purchase the book from Connie herself. Or if you are based in UK and you like to purchase the book, at the moment it is in a special offer. So you can connect with me on the Book of Soulful Musings.com, and then you can find all the information there. And then Connie, what's your website address, please?
Sure. So Connie-Lee-Bennett.com or MerakiTherapy.com.
Brilliant. So I'm sure Connie will be able to, even if you don't, you can just email Connie and she will all connect with her on Facebook or whatever way it is easy for
Instagram, Facebook. We're all connected.
We are. So I would like to complete this episode of Soulful Musings with Connie-Lee by sharing a little bit out of your contribution, your part in the Book of Soulful Musings.
It would be my honor. I'm going to read the very last part of my little chapter. And I say the following: what helps inspire me is to be free, is listening to the song called Colors of the Wind and connecting with the spirit of Pocahontas, free of all the mental blocks that are keeping me from feeling free. It links with prosperity because when we are not free, we are trapped by the lack of worth, by others pushing us into a corner, by our belief systems pushing us. Now is the time for you to step onto the greatest stage of your life. Open up your arms and fly. Open up your arms and paint with all the colors of the wind. Because the only thing that is keeping you trapped in the corner of life at the moment are your belief systems. It is now time for you to do things with passion and joy. No one can tell you to stay in the corner but yourself. Be free.
Yes, yes, beautiful, beautiful. Be free and go out there and share your light and express yourself and listen to your inner voice and honor your inner voice and bring that out there, because you can create a difference in somebody else's life. And we are here to lift each other up, you know, to inspire one another, and that's, and you, by keeping yourself small, you're actually you're not helping yourself, but also you're not helping others. So yay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Thank you for providing this beautiful safe space for people to connect with their truth and to become bigger and to believe in who they are.
Yeah, it is about expanding, and 2019 is the year of expansion, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely. I can feel that already. I'm like, already growing.
Yeah, according to the numerology, it's going to be a universal number 3 year. So,
Okay, wow.
it is the 3 is the color of expansion. So we already got the 2 with the 2 sort of foundations, and then we get the 3 where we're getting out there and then open up our arms and fly. Yay.
And let's open up our arms. Those of you who are listening, open up your arms and fly in 2019.
Yeah, there will be a wonderful opportunity to connect with people involved in the book, like Connie-Lee and myself and a few other people in London in February 2019. We're going to be sharing more information and the event link for you to connect with us and book your space and come and connect with the book. And there will be also just mini workshops and a panel involved. So it's going to be a wonderful event. So look forward to meeting you in person. Yay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wonderful. I look forward to seeing you there as well. And I look forward to growing and expanding in this beautiful community.
Beautiful. Lots of love.
Thank you for your time. Bye, everybody.
Bye from me, ChriSOULa, and from my guest today, Connie-Lee.